Pretty good. That is pretty good. In any case, we will be the elected ruler of Ripen on the 3rd of June. So I just got to kick back till then. P4 has done its work. I'm off to bed, says Burn. Well, good night. Cheers, Dusty. I'll check it out. Is plague literally impossible if you have 100% wells and infirmaries? I think so. That's the best I got. I think so. You should never see a plague in Haarlem. Let's make sure about that one. 100% and 100%. And you should certainly never see one in Aarhus. Which means if we ever do see one, we know that we're wrong. But if we don't see one, we never know we're right. I'm just really happy with Aarhus. It's not pretty, okay? It's ugly, ugly gridding. Ugh, look at that. But if you look at it from a sheer economical point of view, it's perfection. It's hands off. I don't have to touch this place. They will constantly produce clay and wood for me to build with, and a little bit of pitch for me to make boats with. The people will constantly churn out rent for me. It won't have plague. They're always happy. It's even got my freaking statue right there. This is beautiful in its own horrifically ugly way. It's so rounded as well. 620 houses, 620 businesses, 35 warehouses. 35? Yeah, well, whatever works. Actually, that's good to know that 10 works for you. Everywhere should have 10 guards. All these patricians paying me 3 ducats per day, per person, per house. Oh, it gets a guy excited, you know. Alright, we got one last place to finish off. Let's do it. You're mine, Ripen. You're also out of wood. How is that even possible? Oh yeah, I built a million things there, didn't I? Yeah, that's what I said, Max. Don't send me whispers. Those get kicked away and never read. If I enable whispers, then loads of people send me crappy whispers and it gets annoying. Let's reflect on how long it's been since we fought a pirate. That's an amazing feeling that we don't have to do that anymore. And that's the thing, the whole thing about this isn't making tons of money, it's about making tons of money hands off. We're able to spend a lot more time just sitting back, watching the world move. Thorn has rats, there's nothing you can do about that. Food just goes away, which is a shame. Alright, Ripen, you're mine. First I'm taking all the money, and that very nicely covers my moving fee. That means everywhere now has a large shipyard, which is good. I don't need to produce any more cogs, it can all be carvels. That is amazing. Now the size of Ripen is huge, 71,000 people. So that's 21, 2, 3, 4. 24 chapels, 24 infirmaries. That's a lot. Oh well, we'll get to work on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2, 3, 4, and done. Beautiful. that's the story of Ripen. It's not a great story, but it's built. Only other thing to do is to expand that wall, because I'm certain it can be bigger. Well, none of these gates are moving. But still, this is a lot of real estate to work with. It's pretty ideal, actually. Wait, okay, yeah. It's coming out that way. Glorious. And that is every single coastal city mayorally built up to their logical extreme. Everywhere that I am an elector by default, they're all good. They're all Gucci. Because I built them up. I mean, the only thing they're really lacking is upgraded ministers, but I can do that when I want their populations uncapped. That will be certainly not today. What else? Well, the ambassador is asking what's up. How long do we spend doing that? 4.5 hours to go around every city to mayor them up properly. Severe lack of honey over here, so maybe I do need to up the honey production. Really, I need to up the everything production. But metal and metal goods are the ones really crying out to me. I could up Bruges if I want metal, and also fish. Fish need more salt though, so that means I need to up the salt production. But they also need hemp. So maybe I do just need to do everything now. Build up every single coastal city. But I refer once more to the good old spreadsheet here, and we can actually just look at... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. We can look just partially at it, right down here. So, these places that are greyed... Hang on, the wall has been finished everywhere, which means this colour can be used everywhere. Awesome. That feels a lot better. These grey ones, there are inland cities. In fact, we can go to one in game. Man, all this multi stuff going on. I am counting those out right now, although maybe I could be building them up. The trouble is I need to upgrade them as well, which means their populations need to go up, which means I need to start caring about them. So I could build them up at the same time. Actually, there's no good reason not to build them up at the same time. Either I do or I don't. I probably will. But the thing is, they're still going to lag behind, which means the goods that they produce are going to lag behind. That's not a problem for about half of them. These three produce wine, which is luxury good only. Cheese is a bit of a problem. It is a food type, but as long as the other food types hold up, that's no big deal. There's no other food type produced by these inland guys. Cloth and tools, I really like having my tools kept on top of. Cloth, not so much. Honeys, the lack of honey is going to be an issue for mead production pretty badly. And then there's metal. Over half of my metal production comes from Erfurt, or it will come from Erfurt when I build it up. So yes, I'm going to have to work on my central cities as well. That's a lot of work, because I need to build them up, become mayor, and expand the walls. And that means I also need to start supplying them with goods. Their demands will be pretty small to start with, but they will grow. At least they won't be attacked or anything. Jake, I love how try-hard you are that you made a spreadsheet. You obviously haven't seen the full extent of the spreadsheetception that this game has become for me. Regardless, these inner places have very few businesses. I can buy them out completely, easily. I could buy all the houses as well if I was that way inclined. But if I'm not the mayor, then what's really the point? Okay, that's what I will do. I will go and build everything everywhere in all cities that I can. Places like this I'll have to delay because this wall could probably improve. I don't know, I've never tried building a wall for an inland city. That's going to be a lot of building everywhere. Which means if I look back at this thing, if I make it the proper size it's meant to be, I'm gonna have to repurpose this coloring situation for here and say that if somewhere is green, then it is finished and hands off. But I could probably expand on that to say that wells are done and... Nope, sod that. It's just done is done. No, wells are another kettle of fish and they're super annoying. No, I could always just do that as a check later on. Wells are not so important that I really need to go around and fuss over them. I mean, take Novgorod, for example. Well coverage is not maxed out. And when I finish the city, it's honestly going to be at about 30 or 25%. So that's just something to worry about later. Also, the wall is done. How far out can we get here? Very far out. But I've already built everything else I need here. So, talking about wells. I hope they like getting all their water from one part of the map. There we go, the AI shouldn't be able to build anything there. Okay, they don't count as built until they're finished, which is a few days away. A few days and quite a bit of resources away. Still, Novgorod is... oh, it's a house short. Not on my watch. That's Novgorod. 610 houses, 610 businesses. And just to reiterate, Novgorod is the hardest place to deal with because it's so far away from everything along here and can only be serviced by Snickers, Crayers, and river cogs. Wait, how did it... well, let's not question how it works here. Meat and beer, do we have those here? Little perturbed at lack of meat here. Actually, I'm incredibly perturbed by the lack of everything here. Oh shoot. I'm really glad they produced cheese, because these guys are about to starve. That means that I need to, and I'm going to do it now before I forget, because otherwise I will forget. I'm going to grab the Supply Novgorod guy. Oh, this is about to get really fun. Supply Novgorod, the Kev Dev. And where are you there, Kev? Or rather, where are you, spreadsheet? I'm going to look at the Hanseatic needs on the fluid chart. The Kev Dev takes 13 days to do his journey. I want him to bring 20 days of Novgorodian goods. Which is, well, this really. Hang on, what's the population of Novgorod again? It's like 610, right? So this actually needs to be 122,000. He needs a massive capacity to actually keep Novgorod satisfied. But that is just the situation for these supply guys. He's only 4,000. He needs to be 29,000. Yikes, that's a huge amount. Regardless, these are the goods that I need him to bring Novgorod on a regular basis. So, what am I going to do with you? Well, we're going to kill this for a bit. I'm going to look at his journey. I'm going to make sure that when he returns, he does not take cheese. Good. So that's all they do for us. I'm going to let him finish this journey. And look, he brings decent goods here. Brings the fish, brings the everything, drops it all off. He only comes back with some cheese, some salt. Why does he still hold some cheese? Seriously, why do you have cheese? I told you, do not trade cheese. Maybe he just has that for some reason. Whatever, he's going back home. Not before I throw that cheese away. Get out of here. You're going to Neshtved, where I assume the rest of your river cog friends are. Kill them. Didn't you end up with too few buildings in Novgorod to fix that? It was just one house that was missing. Where's my river cogs at? the wildcard Kongsberg is probably going to have to surrender to the supply KevDev. I need a butt ton of these. How embarrassing. I do not have enough river cogs for what I want to do here. No, I do. I just barely do. But I'm going to round up, so here we go. You can have like 33,000 of them. Or 30,000 of them. Okay. What I need to do, and this is super not fun, let's get our good old spreadsheet out, but we don't need to fill the whole screen with it, do we? These are the goods that I need to transport out to Novgorod. So the supply Novgorod route is now going to pick up a very specific amount of these goods, provided I can actually bring them. Let's see. 1800 wood, 3,500 bricks should be plenty. 3,800 wheat. Trying to round up where I can, but I don't want to get super anal. To the nearest 100 is fine. 1,800 hemp, 1,400 wool, 1,400 iron, 1,400 honey. And this is 20 days of demand for poor little Novgorod here. And this is, again, this is part of why Novgorod is the hardest place to satisfy. Just look at these demands that they have, and how far you have to go to bring it to them. 1,400 mead. Now I do not have these goods, but eventually I will. But I should never have to come back to the supply Novgorod KevDev 101. Because he's got it under control. Stockfish as well, to 100. Pitch. Pelts and meat, both at 700. Funny that pelts and meat are the same level of demand. Wine 400 and spices 400. You're never going to have 400 spices to bring to them, so that's essentially dead space. So what's that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. More ships there than I honestly need, but get to it anyway. Now let's see how much we pilfer what's in raw stock. Oh, quite a lot. Damn. Damn, we cleaned up. But Novgorod is not going to be a city that's wanting. Well, actually, they're going to be a city that's starving really soon if we don't bring them that grain. Feed the city lasting. And crunch. There we go. And now they sell everything they need there, and Novgorod's a very happy place. Except I'm not happy for one reason. Novgorod is lacking warehouses pretty badly. Now I feel like a fool for building all these wells here when what I need are 20 more warehouses. Yeah, I should have thought about that before building all this stuff. Also, sorry to the person that actually pointed out that I needed to build more buildings here, and I completely blew you off. What's that then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... 30 warehouses is what I'm looking for pretty much everywhere. These wells are not too important though. 12, 13... 14, 15, 16, 17... 18, 18, 19, 20. Svansig, we're good. Now we can have some of these back. If the game wants them, which it doesn't appear to. Alright, that works for me. Alright, now Novgorod is probably going to be in permanent wealth with this ridiculous amount of goods that they are pilfering away from all other cities. But it's worth it because they bring in the cheese. In fact, they bring in a ridiculous amount of cheese. And I need to add something to this. Does Helsinki still have river cogs? No, they're making carvels. And actually my severe lack of river cogs is going to hurt me pretty badly. Carvels are one thing, but unless I have somewhere pumping out river cogs like crazy, then I'm going to be in dire straits. I don't want to cancel loads of carvels because I have queued up millions of them, but I need river cogs. Oh man, why is this not sorted? Okay, I think it's sorted by where they are. Still though. Alright, Thorn is saving our buttocks here by giving us millions of river cogs. Thorn and nowhere else. Novgorod's the one that needs them. Maybe they should actually lend a hand by building some. Regardless though. There's a whole bunch of them here. And you're the one that I need here. Don't need no Crayer though, so I'm going to ditch the Crayer. Gonna go and pick up my river coggy buddies. And I'm gonna consider how much cheese Novgorod is gonna be pushing out right now. It's a lot. It's going to be, I think they produce 2 per day. Hey, I've still got my spreadsheet. Go away. Yeah, cheese comes out at 2 per day from a production plant, so it's going to give me 1,200 per day. The route is 6 days. That's a lot of cheese. It's a dangerously large amount of cheese. $1,200 per day, 6-day route. I'm probably going to need all these river cogs just to keep that route happy. Well, nonetheless, get to it. Because I have to take into account times that they repair as well. Yeah, you're really keeping the river cogs flowing out here, Thorn. But I think I need somewhere else to hold up that mantle as well. Okay, river cogs are flowing here. If only Cologne could get some hemp. It's like I don't supply hemp to Cologne for some reason. I should have a supply Cologne boat though. Supply Cologne. Okay, you're making some mistakes maybe? Yeah, you're not bringing them any hemp whatsoever. That's not good. Bring them hemp. You're not doing that because I probably copied it over from the supply in Nimwegen, where they absolutely don't need hemp. Novgorod gets the hemp. Thorn gets the hemp. Alright, good. I'm satisfied with that. Jake, is there no city where you just upgraded the shipyard? I upgraded the shipyard everywhere. They all have large shipyards. I don't want to cancel what I've already put down though, because having a nice variety of ships is also good, even if it's a little inefficient. So I have a lot of Crayers, that's fine. Crayers are kind of good for dancing around here quickly. And honestly, they could supply Thorn quite nicely. That's a short distance. Give Crayers that any day of the week. He's probably spent billions. My wealth is almost $1 billion. It's 708 million. I have almost 1,000 ships. And I have, what's that, 119,000 workers. Cool. I am essentially God. Oh, built up everywhere. What is next? Well, I'll tell you what's next. Consider Rostock, consider the goods that they have, consider the fact that they are somehow out of cheese here. Tell me about the cheese, Helsinki. Well, I essentially need to get all the cheese from Novgorod back here, so the Helsinki to... I want to talk a bit about how this works, though. See these cities that are on the rivers? You can't get to them with carvels or cogs. You need river cogs, snickers and crayers. Rather than having a river cog go from Rostock to Nimwegen and back again, or rather Nimwegen makes hemp and Cologne makes honey. Rather than having a river cog go from Cologne all the way to Rostock with that honey, I just have the river cog go from Cologne to Haarlem. Because river cogs take super damage when they're out in the open seas like this. So it just goes boop and back again. It means I have a far lower requirement for river cogs. So that means Haarlem is going to be backed up with honey. Well, kind of. Except I have carvels take the honey from Haarlem back to Rostock, so it works out just fine. Same situation is with Helsinki and cheese. The river cog that I just set up, or rather expanded by tenfold, brings the cheese from Novgorod to Helsinki, and then carvels will take it from Helsinki to Rostock. Question is, where is that? Helsinki to Rostock cheese, the heavy ship. Well, 9 days you need to carry like 12... Yeah, you need a capacity of about 12,000 there, probably a touch more. So you need carvels is what I'm saying. So you're going over to Næstved, and you're getting yourself some carvels. Actually, I bet Lübeck has some carvels for me. There we go. We'll up you a bit much. And there we go. Now we have cheese flowing in, no problem. Okay, I'm happy with that. There's something else I want to be happy with, and that is finally supplying these inland cities. Rostock is where you keep things in stock. Yes, Rostock is where I keep things in stock. Overly stocking, in fact. I think people are having to hire out their attics, or probably even their living rooms, just to store all my stuff, because I am more than double over storage capacity here. It only costs money, and it's not an exponential cost, so I really don't care that much. I'm going to have to reduce my amount of warehouses in the late game, but for now this is fine. This is fine. This isn't fine. My wheat production is slumping hard. I'm going to have a big meal for the poor so that Rostock's population bounces back up. Bearing in mind I can always import workers from Aarhus, because that place is perfection. What do I need from Rostock then? I swear there was something I was going to do. Yes, now I remember. It's all these guys, these wagon trains that I've got. Now what did I tell you guys to do? Wait, what the heck is the S? Kaunas Grain Door. Oh, it's a Grand Door, and it's supplying Kaunas, and I didn't actually give you a trade route, did I? Oh, I didn't give any of these guys trade routes. But there was one guy I did, and that's you. Berlin. What do? You take these goods and you go to Berlin. That's pretty good. I mean, it's a very unspecific amount of goods from what I can see, but it does line up properly. I doubt this is 30-day demand for a massive city, but it's a start. I like it. And it's even called Supply Inland. That's good. Right, what I want you to do is get to work, and I'm going to have everyone do that. So I'm going to load the Supply Inland. Except it's not going to go to Berlin, it's going to go to Kaunas, like you say you will. Kaunas borrows that same thing, and we strike off Berlin. And there's a problem here. It strikes off metal goods and cloth, which is what Berlin produce, sure. But over in Kaunas, they only produce cheese. So it's cheese that I need struck off entirely. Entirely. But rather than do that, I'm going to reload the supply inland. Great. I'm going to edit it so that it does include these. And I'm going to conclude that from the start. So again, unload everything. And then when loading metal goods and tools and cloth. And I totally don't like the ordering here. Cloth and that. What do people actually want here? Let me check my needs. For cloth, it needs to on par with salt. So 150, 100, yeah, that's fine. And tools needs to be on par with... Doesn't really match up with anything. 200 is fine then. I mean, I highly doubt they're going to get these goods, but as long as I have it sorted out right. Do that. And I'm going to call that the supply inland. That's how it should be. But once again, it's for Kaunas, not Berlin, so Berlin can go and do itself. And then I grab the other one. Oh, right, I forgot to do something again with it. Cheese is not important for these guys. Oh, and I never... Wait, what? Oh, well. Unload everything and load everything. Except don't bother with cheese. Good. That'll do. Alright, I'm messing this up, but whatever. Minden. Again, I load the supply inland. Groovy. And then I'm going to realize that I made that mistake here. Yeah, everything is load and unload. I wonder if I made that mistake on the other one as well. Now I'm paranoid. Because it defaults to marketplace. Yeah. No marketplace and no marketplace. Alright, that's fine then. Alright, Minden. Minden produces tools and nothing but. So the only thing you don't have to worry about are tools. And Minden is so close. Minden inherits the Berlin, and the Berlin gets destroyed. So Rostock unloads everything, loads everything, goes to Minden, unloads everything, loads everything. Good. And it ignores tools, because why do we care about tools? I'll have separate tool supply ones. You have DDR in your name, but I've never seen you play DDR in Steam, yet only in videos. You must mean stream, and I do that, but I haven't been doing it for like a month or so, which is not like me. Alright, another one. Let's just get all these inland ones set up. I want to see if they actually work. And I want to see how often they get ravaged by so-called tax collectors. And I have to run them without mercenaries, because they're going to have to run without mercs. Mercs always degrade, and there's no way I'm constantly clicking to give them more, so forget that. So, supply inland. Wait, what? Oh, it was too small for that. Is probably the problem. They need to be 6,000 strong. So Minden also needs it. Oh, good thing I have so many of these. Also, I modded the wagons to be 10 times bigger and 10 times as expensive as before, because sod clicking forever to build more of them. Really. Don't know why it wouldn't load it this time though. Let's try that again. Load supply inland. Or maybe it's because you already have it there, you're not interested. So Erfurt is metal and nothing but. So I add Erfurt. It inherits Berlin. I destroy Berlin. And I remove metal from these. Both of these. And with that, you're good to go. Bake Furno. Alright. 6,000 strong. Load supply inland. And you are for Posen. Again, inherit Berlin, destroy Berlin. And Posen produces, or will produce, I haven't touched it yet, nought but wine. So I can just ignore wine here. And you're good. Attaché. Oh my. Terribly exciting, I know. And we're so close to getting under 100 viewers. When's this gonna work? So you do Breslau. I know, I'm surprised as well that I knew where that was. But Breslau will also produce wine, so I can drop the wine out of it. The nice thing about these is that I can just upsize them. Supply ones are very easy to manipulate because the base is already there and functional. Get to work. Warsaw. City at war, 1944. The Allies turned away. What a great song. Okay, supply inland once more. Over to Warsaw, which is not on the river. It inherits, Berlin gets destroyed. And Warsaw is another whiny one, right? Yeah, full of whining. And away we go. There's not going to be anywhere near enough supplies for all of these, but as long as they get moving. Breslau's in the Czech Republic now. At that time, probably the Czech Kingdom. The Czech Kingdom of 1382. Aren't they Silesian? Okay, are they all set up then? Yes, yes they are. Hope it all works. The longest one is 7 days. Shortest one is 4. Alright, cool. I'm going to save to make sure it works here. And go! So now all these guys are getting super full of goodies, especially food and stuff. So starvation is going to go away from these inland cities very soon. It also really uses up these, which could be good or bad, probably mostly bad, but hey, what you gonna do? And now I need to start building them up. I'm really excited about building up Erfurt because it gives me tons of metal. And then I can also build up Berlin while I'm at it, or Minden. Now Minden sounds even better because that's not a very big place to get all the metal goods that I need. And that'll use up the metal I'm producing and the wood that I'm overproducing already. And since I have so much... wait, why are you not doing anything? Oh, it's just that you got back, right? Yeah, you got back. Oh boy, this is excellent. Just excellent. I'll save all these places. Of course, I'll need to build my warehouses. Hopefully I won't need 30 of them. I'm hoping that... I mean, 15 should do, because I'll be doing very specific supplies for them. They'll all get individually custom supply runs. So really, more than 15,000 or 30,000 slots It would be wasted on them. There's also no downtime except for getting stopped by so-called tax collectors. Don't stop now, you're so close to 100 viewers. Oh man, 129. Could like 30 of you just leave? That would make me happy. Yeah, I think next thing I'm going to do is set the groundwork for building up all these inland cities. Give them a good amount of initial work and housing. And of course standardize my warehouses across them, probably at 15. For all the inland ones, that won't take long. I will also buy and destroy all enemy businesses. It'll be kind of cheap. Like 12 of them there, 7 of them there, 7 of them there. And it wasn't even 12 there, it's only 9 over there. The only place that's surviving is Kaunas because they produce 2 types of food, and even then they've only got 12 businesses. I'm going to torch them all. Oh, I'm getting all kinds of excited about this. I think their wall kind of sucks, but yeah, this should be good. Also, what a crap looking city this is. I mean, really. Where's your flowing water? Oh well. A concern for another day. Not for today though, we done. Cheers for joining, folks. That was yet more Patrician. Honestly, I don't want to stop, but I gotta work in the morning. Such is life. 0% fish in Bruges. Hold on, time has passed. Maybe I should do my to-dos right now. Bruges, fish. Don't stop. I built up a bunch of smokehouses, right? I meant to 0 those to control population. And in Groningen, and I didn't see anybody post up their own how to say Groningen videos. Reduce grain to 50 fields. Why have I controlled the oh jeez, I have not controlled population here. I'm not happy with how Groningen is looking. The smithies are fine, but no sir, I don't like this. Why would I do that though? Shouldn't I build other things in Groningen? Like those fisheries that are meant to be here? Yeah, I'm working on it, so it seems. Oh well, might as well do it now since it's a really boring thing to do. Hang on, aren't I right now worrying about the lack of grain coming in? Maybe this is a terrible idea. Well, I'm doing it anyway. Down to 50 we go. Curiously, if I were to sell this, it would offer me less than it costs to build. That's how messed up the AIs are. They exist only to make you suffer. That's okay though, we make the AI suffer in our own ways. By giving them so much money they will never find true happiness. It's a bit meta. Beautiful. Oh, that isn't beautiful at all. Now I can't build anything here. Oh, it really doesn't like stuff being built here. It's awful. It's going to be one huge building project the next time I play this game. Utterly bamboozlingly huge. So I'm going to need a lot of time for it. And we all know I'm made of time. Made of fire. Okay, right, I really need to just stop this. Make it stop. And I can cross these off because I've then done my to-dos on this. So, cheers for joining, folks. It's Monday tomorrow. That means I get back to Rostock. Oh man, I've played too much of this. Back to Rostov tomorrow, and I'm excited about that. Very excited. But from me, for now, it's cheers, and it's cheerio.